The Cambridge Folk Festival.
Cambridge 105 Radio.
At the Cambridge Folk Festival. My name is Linda Ness, and I can tell you it's been a really hot day here in terms not only of the weather, but also because we've got some great guests to bring you. So let's start with yesterday evening. I spoke to Sian, a female group who celebrate Gaelic songs composed by women. I started by asking how the band got together.
We're actually put together or brought together
Like a boy band?
Yeah, yeah.
X Factor.
Like X Factor, yeah. Back in 2016.
All the ones who aren't successful get put into a band.
They can't make it on their own, so... yeah, we got brought together to sing songs composed by female Gaelic bards. And yeah, we've largely kept to that. That was 8 years ago, so we've largely kept to that.
And was that at college or something like that?
It was for the Blast Festival, which takes place up in the Highlands in September every year. So yeah, it was part of that. And yeah, we just thought,
this works.
This works.
Yeah.
People seem to like it, so let's carry on.
Excellent stuff. And tell us, I know that you had a song. Now, I'm about to absolutely smash the pronunciation here, but it was Far and La. I know I've got the An La right. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Today or something, isn't it? Tell us about that song, and tell us a story behind it, because I know there's a really interesting story behind it.
Well, the woman who composed the song has got a very interesting story. She had a very interesting life. So Far and La means at the dawn of day, and the song is about the song mentions a group of women trying to go and get a boat. So
because it's the 17th century, isn't it? That she
so Mary Nian Alistair Rua was a 17th century bard, and she was from a wee village called Rothal in Harris, but she spent a lot of her life living in Skye, working for Clan MacLeod, and she wrote a lot of songs like this one, but also quite a lot of political songs, and she was very opinionated, and she was a woman who wrote and spoke and who was opinionated at that time, which wasn't very common.
Not until the 1970s, I think,
but apparently the interesting story about Mary Nian Rua is apparently she is buried in Rothal at a church there, and she's at her own request buried face down.
At her own request?
Yeah, which
apparently.
Which is being buried face down is an old Norse tradition that people used to bury women face down if they were accused of being witches.
Mm-hmm. I've also heard that she was buried. She has to be buried face down so that she couldn't make poetry anymore.
Yes, yeah.
Because she was exiled for the political poetry that she did make.
Yeah.
So she's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, she is a very interesting, fascinating woman.
A lot of her songs as well were disguised as nursery rhymes, and she would write them for the children, but they were very political.
They would become clan chiefs.
They would become, exactly.
Yeah.
As nursery rhymes often are, actually. Quite political if you think about it. Now, you're going to sing us a song, aren't you? Tell us what song you're going to sing us.
Yeah, it's not by Mary Nian Alistair Rua, but it is a walking song, and it's called Enoch Hiad Eichenerd, tonight, the first night of autumn.
Okay, great. Let's hear it.
Eho heriri o hi evo hiuru. Eho heriri o hi evo hiuru. Enoch hiad eichenerd. Eho heriri o ho. Eho heriri o hi evo hiuru. Churit mishe yanen tol. Eho heriri o ma chur chabang gesigli. Eho heriri o ho. Eho heriri o hi evo hiuru. Ma chur chabang gesigli. Eho heriri o churit nemer as ma yai. Eho heriri o ho. Eho heriri o hi evo hiuru. Churit nemer as ma yai. Eho heriri o sun right a chol me and Eho nöjd. Eho heriri ho ho eho heriri hi avo hiuru. Heter kalne weisse nöjd. Eho heriri gak min ju skaff min rein. Eho heriri ho ho eho heriri hi avo hiuru. Se vi taker sjalte sjach ha heri aken nakken tarne jeg ha heri ho heri hi va hiuru aken nakken tarne jeg ha heri ha mi hines makne bani ha heri ho heri hi va hiuru ha mi hines makne bani ha heri da sjach get him eho heriri eho heriri hi va hiuru da shache truele get him eho heriri astal vais kan rap in mannen eho heriri eho heriri hi va hiuru astal vais kan rap in mannen eho heriri anse vurket vi getter eho heriri eho heriri hi va hiuru eho heriri hi va hiuru eho heriri hi va hiuru eho heriri hi va hiuru.
Fabulous. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Great. These vocals, fabulous. I mean, do you spend a lot of time sorting out who's going to sing what in the
Well, Ernest White is the boss.
Oh, she's the boss. Yeah.
The real
Just
mastermind.
kidding. He just manipulates us. No, we all kind of bring songs to the table and we decide what song suits whoever best. It kind of works in different ways, I suppose, but we all come from different places, so we have different repertoire from these places and bring them together and learn from one another.
Are you all kind of living in the same area now then?
We're all in Glasgow.
We're all in Glasgow.
In Glasgow?
Yeah, we don't live together.
We don't, but we did live
Caitlin and
together.
Ellen did
Well,
for a
Phil and I
while.
live
Yeah.
together, actually. Yeah,
But we don't anymore.
I think there's a story there, but we'll maybe leave that alone.
Another time. But no, yeah, we all bring songs to the table, and Ines is an amazing, incredible musician and knows us so well, and really good at like figuring out harmonies that suit us all and suit the songs, and we all it's a total collaborative effort to.
And that was Sian, weren't they absolutely brilliant? I've noticed there's been a lot of Gaelic songs at the festival this year, actually. Now, we opened today with Alex and I speaking to the Deep Blue. They played at the Den last night, and so naturally, the first question was, how were they feeling the morning after the night before?
Two of us have been in the campsite. One of us was in Cambridge University. So two of us have slept very badly. One of us is in the lap of luxury.
Oh, it was glorious. Yeah, lovely soft sheets, firm ground. It was great.
Did you stay late last night, or were you sensible?
No, we weren't sensible.
Okay, that's
we
good.
ended up at a session in the session cafe for many hours. It was good fun.
We did. We sang a nice Scottish folk song at the end, and it was lovely. About 2 a.m. then we trudged back to the campsite. Very happy though.
Yeah, that is part of the festival fun, isn't it?
It is,
surely.
actually.
Yeah.
And did you enjoy the experience of playing in the Den? How was that?
Oh, it was gorgeous. It's just such a cozy space. It
It's
feels like you're
lovely.
like just singing in a living room.
Yeah.
And everyone was so welcoming, and it really like affects the performance when you can see people's faces and you can see them, like it just feels supportive. It's very like people beaming back at you. It's nice.
Now, I was hearing last night you said you formed during lockdown, and you're really normally a four-piece?
You're
with very loud
indeed.
drums, I believe.
Yes, she's loud in spirit and in drums. She's we've got a wonderful drummer Sophie, and we do a stripped back set sometimes, and there's no amplification in the Den.
Yeah.
So we did this one as a 3, but her fan club is alive and well. Spoke to some of them last night, and we formed in lockdown. We wanted to do harmonies. Georgia and I set up the band, and we loved harmonies and heard Katie's voice. We sang together in George's back garden when it was allowed to at the end of lockdown, And yeah, well, she's got the voice of an angel, so we couldn't say no to that.
And you particularly wanted to form an all-girl band, didn't you?
We did. I think it was very important to us to create the band that we would have liked to have seen when we were younger. And actually, we get a lot of young girls from 5 to 15 come up to us after gigs. And they love to chat, and it really feels very special, actually.
Well, you sound absolutely beautiful, and you're going to play one of those now. But I just wanted to point out that also you were shortlisted for the Christian Raphael Prize, and we were lucky. Christian's mum came over, didn't she, to chat to you? But we'll talk about that afterwards. But what are you going to play first?
First, speaking of lockdown, we're going to play a song that we wrote in lockdown. It's one of our earliest tunes, and it's inspired by, I guess, a lockdown romance tale when I was forced to move in with my partner or live alone. And he has really, really good bedding, 100% cotton sheets. And I really felt like that was a step up in the world. And it merited a song. So here we go. It's about a peaceful time during lockdown / good bedding. It's called Cotton White Linen.
Is it a time to be frightened? If the world fell apart, would I mind? Maybe I could find a little peace in the anarchy. Oh, how many days will we live in this living room? Oh, tangled in cotton white linen. And how many hours will we spend with our faces pressed up against the window? Oh, tangled in cotton white linen. We're going back to the old ways already. 17 days and I'm used to having you around. Will I miss this ghost of the former life? If I'm with you, I don't mind. Maybe I'll survive. Ooh, cotton. Ooh, forgotten. Ooh, forgotten. Ooh, cotton. We spent many hours, many days in a room in a house on the edge of the city, counting the numbers each day on the radio, tangled in cotton white linen.
That was all-girl group The Deep Blue, who described themselves as having rebellious and punk attitudes, so I suspect that was one of their quieter songs. Next up, Fraser Anderson came and spoke to us, and the conversation turned to how he'd spent lockdown. And talking of lockdown, because we were talking about that earlier with the Deep Blue, how did that impact your writing? Because quite a few people have mentioned that and said they met, they got together, or they did lots of writing during lockdown.
I got into making green screen animation music videos.
Very cool.
Yeah, one of them was nominated for best music video at 3 different film festivals last year. And another one's been nominated for one this year.
And that's his brilliance. He'll go, I don't know how to do it, I'll just Google it.
Yeah, but there's YouTube videos showing you everything.
Yeah, but that first ever green screen he did got nominated.
So with the green screen, do you... I might be very stupid here. Do you actually have to have a green screen?
Yes.
So how did you get that in lockdown? Did you have a piece of green material or something? Or do you have a screen that is green?
Got green.
I can't remember how. I think I dyed a bed sheet. And
dyed a big bread sheet.
And bread sheet, did you say?
Bread sheet, and you ordered like a little bit as well, didn't you?
Yeah. I acquired a paper model that was like it became like looking at like an Italian piazza kind of thing, and I greened out the windows on there so that I could put people in that building. And then I filmed my friends and put them all individually as
and
the
your
audience.
Mum and Dad.
Amazing.
My mum and dad in it as well.
So just to give context, so me and Fraser have been together for 10 years. And we're launching as independents. So at the beginning of that was our duet that became that green screen.
That's right. Are we going to do that song?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do.
Well, if you want to.
Do you want to do that now while we've got peace from stage 1?
I wanna feel it all. I want connection. So many people in so many ways, as if I was only here for one more day. I wanna touch your skin. I don't care where you've been. I wanna hold you in my arms, as if I was only here for one more day. And as you're moving on me, I feel in my bones, I believe. Ooh, yeah.
All I want to do is love you.
Ooh, yeah.
All I want to do is love you.
Take you in my arms and hear you say as if I was only here for one more day. And as you're moving on me, I feel in my bones, I believe.
All I want to do is love you. All I want to do is love you. Take you in my arms, caress you with my charms, and seal you in my heart forever.
But I don't want to let you down.
All I wanna do is kiss you.
I don't want to be the guy who didn't
is kiss you.
Take you in my arms and hear you say as if I was only here for one more day. As if I was only here
Seal you in my heart
one more day.
forever.
As if I was only here
In my heart
one more day.
forever.
As if I was only here
In my
for
heart
one more day.
forever.
That was Fraser Anderson and Bex Baxter, who had lots of great stories to tell us. They were really entertaining. Darlingside played stage 1 yesterday at the end of the UK tour. They spoke to Alex and I about their approach to songwriting. Who does the writing in the band? Is that a collaborative effort, or?
It's a collaborative effort. We really like, and it's been an evolving thing. But we love writing together. It's a very slow process, one we're looking to speed up, hopefully. But we do a lot of group writing exercises and have a very democratic approach to songwriting, which we really, really enjoy.
Do you go away to do your songwriting so that you're not distracted by other things, or are other things coming in and out while you're doing them?
We've done a few retreats in the past, but I think more effective, at least in the past few years, has been just regularly practicing songwriting in our home environment. We do benefit from getting in rooms together, especially when we're starting a writing season, to just generate a lot of lyrics and melodic ideas and things like that. But a lot of it, at least for me, speaking personally, I've learned that writing really should just become a part of daily life. Set an alarm or something and sit down at the piano at 10 a.m. every day and see what happens. Don't wait for inspiration to strike.
And then you share that with the band, because I presume you're living in, even if you're living close, you're not living together now.
Yeah,
now that you've come out, you've grown up.
We also give each other assignments too. So I did a thing and pass it to Harris, and he has to turn it into a verse, but only has so much time. And then he sends it back, and I have to turn it into whatever. Like, there's a lot of fractionating it too, so it becomes less of like trying to make a beautiful piece of music and more just like apply yourself to this briefly without any attachment to the results. There's a lot of that.
You're back at university again,
yeah,
really, aren't
definitely.
you? Darlingside actually played a song for us, but stage 1 at the time was really, really noisy. So they all crammed into our outside broadcast van, Flossie, and played in there. They were such great sports. It was boiling in that place. Alan Prosser of the band Oysterband also spoke to Alex and I. He started by talking about the origin of Oysterband.
We began in Whitstable at a place called the Duke of Cumberland, a pub called the Duke of Cumberland, and we initially got together to raise money for a Watersons concert that we were going to put on in Canterbury. And the original name of the band was the Royal Native Whitstable Oyster Company Ceilidh Band. And it had 13 members, and as we lost a member, we lost a word out of the title. That's the way I tell it. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's probably very sensible, especially when you start doing lots of gigs and then the promoters thinks, oh my goodness, this is going to take like 3 or 4 lines on the poster. And I guess the oysters come from Whitstable then.
That was the pub, the Duke of Cumberland, was right next to the Royal Native Oyster Fisheries in Whitstable. And, that's an obvious choice of name, really, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who picked it, to be perfectly honest.
You do gigs on your own as well as with the band, though, you do?
Yeah, though I haven't done one for quite a long time now. No particular reason for that, just the way it's fallen out. Yeah. Been busy with the band, I suppose.
And you're playing the Folk Legends, one of the Folk Legends spots this afternoon. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I've always enjoyed playing here. It's always a great audience, and I usually meet some of my old friends here as well. There's a man called Sam Saunders who I expect to find out there in the audience at some point.
Well, I hope if he's listening, he might.
It's a great place for that, actually, isn't it? It's a kind of almost like a community of people that come back every year and know each other and are just into folk music, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to come.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah, it is.
what's the matter with you? You can't love me and some other man too. You better cut that out, baby, for it be too late. You went downtown, said you wouldn't stay long. Next time I see you in another man's arms, you better cut that out, baby, for it be too late. When you see a drunk man, it makes you so mad. When you get drunk, girl, you look twice as bad. Hey baby, what's the matter with you? You can't love me and some other man too. You better cut that out, baby, for it be too late.
Brilliant.
I
love the
that.
lyrics.
Yeah. That was some guitar playing too.
That was great. That was great. Now, I hear that Oysterband are going to be retiring.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've
What?
well, you know, the odds stack up. We've been on the road for 45 years more, and there's just so much travelling involved, and we're just a bit fed up of the travelling, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You know, for some people it's an exotic thing to do, but really, well, I always keep this in mind. Whenever you go somewhere, you're the exotic in someone else's everyday. That's the way I think about it, you know. And so I don't really want to be in everybody else's everyday anymore. I want to be in my everyday.
Fair enough.
It was fantastic to have the opportunity to chat to Alan Prosser. Again, a guest with lots of great stories to tell. And Oysterband, of course, went down an absolute storm on stage one this afternoon. This afternoon, Les Ray spoke to Amy Goddard. She sang a song on an important topic.
So this is called Sing With Me, and it's about the fact that we can sometimes make a connection with people who've sadly lost their memories, but by using it through music, we can still make that connection through music and through singing. So that's this one.
I can't remember much today, can't remember you. Could you be my long lost lover? Maybe you're my child or brother. Are you even really here at all? But then I hear a melody, it sparks a hidden light in me, and fleeting flickering pictures fill my view. Just for now I can simply be. When you sing with me, when you sing with me, when you sing with me, just for now I can simply be. When you sing with me, empty eyes are all around. How did I end up here? Where is here? It isn't home. Strangers' voices coaxing low, but I can see their eyes behind their smiles. But then I hear a melody, it sparks a dancing memory, and fleeting flickering films trip into view. Just for now, I love what I can see. When you sing with me, when you sing with me, when you sing with me, just for now, I love what I can see. When you sing with me, faces seem to come and go, a new friend every day. But how do they escape this net? I haven't found my way out yet. I have tried to find my way back home, but then I hear a melody. It sparks the smell of home for me, and fleeting flickering rosing into view. I'm so glad I'm home in time for tea. When you sing with me, when you sing with me, when you sing with me, I'm so glad I'm home in time for tea. When you sing with me, when you sing with me, when you sing with me, I'm so glad I'm home in time for tea. When you sing with me, so always sing with me.
That was lovely.
Thank you very much.
you. Was that what you played yesterday on stage too?
No, it's not actually. It's a
Yeah.
different one. It's
Yeah.
actually the one that I premiered here last year.
Right.
So,
I remember
yeah.
hearing it last year, yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
just thinking it's a good chorus song. So,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
No, I do try and pick the chorus ones if I'm going to get a slot here. But yeah, this was last year's one, and I'm just
Right.
in the process of recording. It's for my new album. So.
Excellent. Have you had any involvement in singing for people with dementia?
I have had a little bit, not an awful lot, but I have played in a care home occasionally, and my dad works in care homes as well as a
Right.
chiropodist, and he says if you go in when they're having a sing around, or they're having a song session, it's amazing how people still know all the words,
Yeah.
even though they can't remember a lot.
Yeah.
So I just think that's it's a terrible situation, but it's a lovely way to still make that connection, and I thought that deserved a song.
Absolutely right, yeah. And there are, you probably won't want to hear this, but there are quite a few songs about dementia out there
Yes.
now, because it's becoming more and more an issue that songwriters are having to talk about, because it's
Absolutely.
affecting them personally.
Yeah.
Hasn't Amy Goddard got a beautiful voice and a beautiful song as well? Gorgeous. Monique Claire is an Australian folk artist who's on a European tour. She came along with her cello to play a song about her native country.
Yes, so this song's called Touchdown. It's from my album Sight, and it speaks to connection to country, specifically in Australia, and part of that narrative is through the imagined lens of Indigenous people. It's also through the imagined lenses of all peoples who live in Australia, who have some kind of story of disconnection from their ancestral lands, which is just pretty much everyone at this point in Australia. And it's just also about disconnection to land in terms of the way that so many of us are now on our screens all the time. I'm so addicted to scrolling through my phone, and so many of my friends are too. So yeah, this is Touchdown, about all of that stuff.
I wake up with fear in my belly, cockatoo screaming, a whole country bleeding. I'll shake it off time and time again as the day walks by. country sleeping, I'll shake it off and wish it all away. All these people living in the air, kicking their feet like they just don't care. Our mothers and our fathers dead in the ground. We don't remember how to touch down. I wake up to a voice from a box. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. I have a slab of metal that talks and it knows my name. I wake up and another day's gone. Kookaburra painting history down. I lost my purpose, you wore a crown. Look how far we've come. All these people living in the air, kicking their feet like they just don't care. Our mothers and our fathers dead in the ground. We don't remember how to touch down. Oh, cockatoo screaming, a whole country bleeding, mannequins watching history run. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, paper bug writing history down. All these people living in the air, kicking their feet like they just don't care. Our mothers and our fathers dead in the ground. We don't remember how to touch down. All these people living in the air, kicking their feet like they just don't care. Our mothers and our fathers dead in the ground. We don't remember how to touch down.
Wow, that was mesmerising.
Thanks, Les. For everyone
Sorry
who
for
couldn't see us,
distracting
that's
you
all right.
there.
Les was waving. I guess you were waving to someone behind me.
I was waving to Ernest, who was just
Okay,
arriving.
there you go.
So
Well,
I
that's
wanted to
exciting.
attract his attention.
I thought you.
That was Monique Claire. Isn't it great to hear someone accompanied by a cello? We were having a bit of an Antipodean afternoon, actually. Another Australian who came to Les's show this afternoon was Ernest Aines. He spoke about his introduction to music through busking with his family.
This is my 19th year of busking. I still do it back home,
yeah.
and I started when I was 16, so I'm 35 now. And it's just been one of those things that's made me such a better performer than I ever would have, or than I would have been otherwise. But it's such a good proving ground for any musician, especially these days with, people getting famous overnight and things like that. I think busking prepares you to kind of take more of a slow journey that is actually sustainable. You know, because you learn a lot of different skills and really got me songwriting a lot and testing them out on the street to see what parts of songs work, which kind of garner attention. But yeah, it all started when I was about 5 years old. My dad took me busking for the first time.
Right. So your dad's a musician as well.
Yeah, it's a multi-generational.
Right.
So one day, actually, I should tell you this story. So I was on the corner of the State Library in Melbourne, and I walked down. I went beyond to the next corner, and my sister was performing. She was also a busker. And then, so I said hello to her, and then went on my way down to the next corner. It was my dad and my nan laid out on a beach, a beach bed that she was fully reclined on, having the time of her life. And so that kind of sums up the whole generations of busking that I've been part of. Yeah.
Well,
that was Ernest Aines talking about busking in Melbourne. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of all 4 days of the Cambridge Folk Festival. On behalf of all of the presenters, I think it's clear we've had a great time the whole weekend. So goodbye for now. Please like and subscribe our channel, Cambridge 105 on YouTube. Now, we just heard from Monique Claire and Ernest Aines. We leave you with a duet that they performed for us. Bye for now.
Life's been a gentle light afloat away again. Never ever felt an easy pace, a place as warm as cold skin. You're a garden safe now, not haunted by my fears. No one is calling me because we're already full of love. Forgot the Holy Ghost that pushed and pulled my mind, withheld my state, withheld my eyes. Taken by the hand of time, I'm floating only gently on the wind. You shook the only troubled soul betrodden by the open hand of sin. Your forgotten taste that could make this old man cry.